Well, hi everybody, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Heather.
And you are watching the Goin Batty live show. And we're very glad you're with us tonight. We've got some fun things to talk to you about. I've got some wrestling to do with my technology. But while I do that, my lovely bride will say hi to you, and I will be punching a lot of buttons. Ooh, look, it came
boop,
up.
boop, 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 boop.
I actually have it set up the right way.
There.
So we'll see if I can see who comes in at what time.
Oh, I probably should get off of the Wi-Fi because it looks like it's running super slow.
It might be a little slow tonight, but that's all right. We're glad you're with us. It is about, I don't know, we're about 5 inches deep in snow right now.
It's about 23 days. Stop it, Gina!
Hi, Margaret. Hi, Peppermint Butler. Hi, Mega Soup EX. How are you, yo? What is up? Hey, I've got some. I've got a little game for us while everybody's coming on.
Hi, country living, Oregon style.
Good to see you
Hi,
guys.
Virginia.
I'm gonna have to get this closer because my glasses. Let me tell you, my glasses are failing me miserable. I cannot see anything on that screen.
Hi, Alice.
And I have to get really close to this.
Hi, Nick July.
Country living.
Baker Mom.
EO Oregon style 61.
I just color country.
I do
Oregon
too, because that's a mouthful. But Drew's here, fear not.
And Patty Grove.
So I've got some things for us to talk about. I've been going through some of my favorite channels and some of your favorite channels, and I've been doing a little bit of research, and I've picked 10 channels that I'm going to quiz you on. Yes, you are studio audience that isn't such in the studio, really.
Okay, so Richard Barnes, he's in Fairborn.
Oh,
and
nice.
They've gotten 6 inches. We're practically neighbors.
I know. We're snow buddies.
We're snow buddies.
That's awesome. Well, hey, here 10 channels that you may or may not know. I'm going to say their oldest video, and you on the live chat need to guess what channel it is. Heather will be watching and guessing, and this is really a game for Heather and for you to guess what these channels are, although the answers are right in front of you.
Hi,
Bonnie. And so, is my mom on here?
No. Bonnie Dixon. She's in Rising Sun, Maryland. It's snowing there, too.
Oh, wow.
We used to live in Maryland. We used to live in, where was it?
Freeland.
Freeland, Maryland.
It was just north of
Pennsylvania.
Timonium.
Yeah. So we were right on the edge of Pennsylvania and Maryland. And it was funny because we would get the snow and then it would move over to my mom here in Ohio. And so I would call her and be like, you got snow coming. So we're
vice versa. It oftentimes would go that way.
Well, most of the time it went this way.
No, it always moved that way. It moved from her to us.
No, it moved from us to her.
We don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. More than likely, my wife is always right.
I'm
anyway,
always right. Always.
Here's some first videos, and I'm going to say the title of the video, and you guys have to guess what channel it is. So.
Okay, I'll read the guesses.
You read the guesses, and you can feel free to guess yourself. All right, are you ready? Here's the first video that we're going to talk. The first channel. Weston, the Armadillo Hunter. Who do you think that one is?
Oh, I know who that one is.
Weston, the Armadillo Hunter. We'll only give you like 1 or 2 guesses, and then we'll keep the show rolling. Weston, the Armadillo Hunter.
The name gives it away. I know who that is.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Do we have any guesses?
Not so far.
Do you want to guess?
I want to guess.
Go ahead.
Is that Arms Family
Homestead? It is. But do you know how old the video is?
Oh my gosh, no. Maybe 3, 4 years old.
Their very first video was put out on YouTube according to their channel. I went to their channel, looked up their oldest video.
Oh, Peppermint Butler guessed it.
Oh, she did?
He.
Good.
He. Peppermint Butler's he, right?
I'm sorry.
You're he, right? I thought that was right. Am I wrong?
Butler.
I thought Peppermint...
It is Arms Family Homestead. Yeah. It was 7 years ago.
Really?
7 years ago.
Wow.
How about that? All right, here's another one that you may not... This title will not give it away. You will not guess this.
Okay.
because our homesteading community has so many wonderful people on it that do this. It's titled Backyard Chickens.
Oh, geez. That's like everyone
How
and their
vague
brother.
can I get? Backyard Chickens. Backyard Chickens. Who would guess what channels... what channel that is? That's their very first video.
Now I have a guess, and I'm guessing it because this is just what he does, and he's good at it. I think it's a he. Is it a he?
It's a he.
It's a he.
Sutton Days? No.
Let's see.
Da 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 da. All right, go ahead and guess.
I would guess that's Justin Rhodes.
It is not.
Really? Okay.
It is Keeping It Dutch.
Oh, okay.
Justin Rhodes' first video, most popular video last week was tractors.
Yeah, the chicken tractor?
No, the tractor, like watching the tractors run.
Okay.
Okay, so here's another one. Raising chickens.
Jeez, again.
Raising chickens.
That could be anybody.
Nice and vague. Hard to nail down.
So wait, when was Dutch's first video?
Oh, I'm sorry. Dutch's video, his first video came out, Backyard Chickens, 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right. I mean,
yep.
As I say, that's about when we started watching
him.
Yeah,
and I like Keeping It Dutch. He is the master of titles that make you wonder.
Yeah.
The titles that make you zig when you really want to zag. So anyway, Raising Chickens. Any guesses, my love?
I don't have any guesses on that one. That's like I said, that's really.
Oh, you know what? I have it on the wrong thing again. Live chat. There we go.
Oh, hi, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
I don't know, honey. I mean, like I said, that one's like super vague.
It is super vague, but I did it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Willow Creek.
Willow Creek. Okay.
And that was just 2 years ago.
Really? They've
just
only
2
been
years
on
ago.
for 2 years?
Right. All right. How about this one? Girl sells brand new car. ...
Girl sells brand new car.
These are hard. I'm not making these easy. You can't have these for free, folks. I'm making these hard. It's on purpose, but these are some of your favorite channels, some of my favorite channels, and a mix in between.
And it's their first videos.
And I watch this channel a lot.
You watch this?
Oh, Drew got it. Pure Living for Life. Good job. How, now, if you're cheating and looking them up on YouTube, that's completely acceptable. But just so you know, that video, their very first video came out 3 years ago.
Wow.
They've
done like so much in 3 years.
Think about that channel and how much they've been through in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Hi, Alice. How are you? They are with child and getting ready to have a baby. How exciting is that for them?
Yeah.
Amongst going into the winter and having this massive house to build, and they've just come so far. It's an amazing story to watch. All right, so this one is going to be really hard.
Okay.
You will not necessarily even get it when I tell you who it is.
Okay.
Welcome to Out of Goshen.
That's Out of Goshen.
How long has Out of Goshen been with us?
On
YouTube, excuse me. Well, how old is this video? I shouldn't say how long they've been on there.
I think that they're relatively new to YouTube. I would say like maybe 2 years.
1 year.
1 year. Wow.
I'm just going by the stats I found on that page. So Out of Goshen. Okay, how about this? Full-time RV living. Because you guys know, even though I love homesteading, and if I lived in the country, we'd be doing a lot of other kinds of videos, but we live in the city, but I also love RVing. I love watching those channels.
Is that, well, let me see. Nomadic Fantasy is what Drew...
Fanatic?
I'm sorry, Nomadic Fanatic, yeah.
Nomadic Fanatic is not it. Full-time RV living is...
Is that, the ones that you watch. Shoot, with the little girl and the, what are their names?
This is so much fun!
Not Keep Your Daydream. Less junk, more journey.
Yes!
Okay,
Less
there we
junk,
go.
more journey. Now, how old is that video?
Hi, cat lover.
How old is that video?
Less junk, more journey. I would say 2 years old.
Close, 3.
3? Okay.
3 years old. They have gone through a lot. It's a fun channel to watch, and they're getting ready to have a baby too.
Wow.
They're getting ready to settle some things down. Now, these next two are more of my favorite channels than they are Heather's, but she likes them too. This one is Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach.
This is a tough one. I don't expect you to get it. Hi, cat lover. Hi, we said hi to Alicia, right?
Yeah, we said hi to
Okay, good.
Alicia.
Richard, we said hi to Richard.
Yes.
The Adaptive Maritimer, how are you?
Yes.
All right, so Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach.
That's their first video they ever put out on YouTube. Who is it?
That's got to be one of your travel people. Is it one of your travel people?
It is. Any guesses? as to
Long Honeymoon?
Nope.
Keep Your Daydream?
Keep Your Daydream. That's
Okay.
right. If you guys check out Keep Your Daydream, that is a family that is on an RV journey, and they've got a great story. They also have a podcast. That's fascinating. How would you like to listen to Heather and I on your way to work almost every day?
I think that would be incredibly boring listening to you and I every
I don't know. They come on a Saturday to do it. What the
That's
heck?
true.
Why not? That was 3 years ago. Was
Wow.
their first one, and so they've grown a lot too.
Yep.
I mean, they're in the thousands and thousands and thousands of subscriber range too. All right. Here's the next one: Bison swim across the Yellowstone.
Bison swim across.
Bison swim across Yellowstone. What channel is that?
Is that Gridlessness?
It is not.
Oh. I don't know who that is. Bison swim. Is that another one of your? Is that Long Honeymoon?
It is Long Honeymoon. Long Honeymoon. How long ago did they put that video out? How old is that video?
Well, I don't know because are they one of like the original like?
I can't give any hints on
Because
this.
I know that they've been married for like 11 years, and if it's going like honeymoon, is it 11 years? Because is YouTube even that old?
It is 11 years. That video is 11 years
Is
old.
it really? Has YouTube been around that long?
years.
Uh-oh, my screen went back.
That's all right. Peppermint Butler, we have not had any experiences with YouTube crashing, knock on wood. But we'll see if it does. All right, so this is a beloved favorite of our channel. This is a person that has been just a prayer warrior for us, this next one. Quickie Garden Tip. And I might not have made that completely correct, but Quickie Garden Tip.
Quickie Garden
Quick,
Tip.
Kevin, you didn't tell us we were going to be quizzed. The Goin Batty podcast, that would be entertaining. Yes, it would be.
That's just where the ADD runs amok and,
Yeah.
talk about whatever.
Quickie Garden Tip. I think the podcast, if we did a podcast, you'd get a lot more honesty than maybe you do on YouTube about just our views on God.
Dang
family, and
it!
politics. I messed you up, didn't I?
My stitches are off
Hold
again.
it up so they can see.
I've got all of this cotton yarn, a lot of it, and there's only. We are constantly looking for dish rags in our house, so I'm making dish rags, but I have to pull it all out because
Starting over.
I'm busy watching people and listening to Kevin, and I've lost count. I can't count.
Old Alabama Gardener is not it. Quickie Garden Tips.
Is that Big Family Homestead?
Nope.
Nope. Is that Two Family
Nope.
Homestead?
I did them last week.
I know. Who is that? Doug and Stacy.
Nope. This is someone that loves and supports our channel on a regular basis. And we got to do a shout out to her tonight.
Is that Patrick and Crystal?
No, but we love them too.
We do love them.
Bandana Grandma.
Bandana Grandma, I love her.
Love
She's
Bandana Grandma.
awesome.
Shout out Bandana Grandma. Her channel. Go subscribe to it right now. She's got some awesome.
Common Sense University doesn't give degrees is here. So we're just gonna call you Common Sense because that's a really long title.
That's a mouthful.
So the questions that he's asking are we're giving you the.
I'm almost done too.
The first video that some of the people that we watched ever put out, and like how many years ago? So Bandana Grandma is probably about 3 years ago. Is that right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2
I
years
was
ago.
close. I was close.
All right, now this is our last one, and it's a great one. I've never personally met this man or his wife, beautiful wife. I have not. They are homesteaders to the nth degree. They have a huge channel. They have an incredible knowledge behind homesteading. Their oldest video on YouTube is how to set a corner post. How to set a corner post. Now, if you're looking them up on YouTube, don't cheat too much. But start shooting.
Okay, so here's the thing. We're not your teachers. We're not grading you. There is no prize at the end. So however you come up with the answer, we call it research.
That's right.
If you go looking for it. Regular star?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Not regular star. This is a staple. What I would consider. You have staples in the homestead community. You have Big Family Homestead. They're a staple. You have Arms. You have Doug and Stacy. You have Deep South Homestead.
See, I would have thought Doug and Stacy was.
This is one like that. It's just a.
Oh,
a strong
it's
one.
Rosalie. It's Rosalie.
Oh,
okay,
Rosalie.
Rosalie.
We like your new channel name, but we're
Yes.
still going to call you Common Sense if we can't remember it's you.
Yes.
No, we'll remember it's Rosalie.
Well, it's
Rosalie.
Rosalie, yeah.
Okay. So, how to set a corner post. I actually used this video when I was in Maryland to set a corner post for our chicken coop so that we could have a little fence that kind of set them in.
I have no clue who that is.
Anybody have any guesses as to who this might have been? It was not Deep South Homestead.
Though they do a lot of stuff like that.
Oh, if you want to learn stuff, go to Deep South Homestead.
Yeah.
Alderman Farms! Christy gets it!
Good job!
Now, Heather, this is questions for you. How old is that video?
5 years old.
Nope.
4 years old.
Yeah, you can't play like that. You can't just guess all the
Sure
way
I
down.
can.
6 years old.
Really?
6 years old.
Wow,
Yes.
okay.
If you have not done it, go to one of these channels that we mentioned and subscribe to them.
I remember that now. I remember you watching that video.
That's right.
You're like, I need to know.
I gotta figure out how to do this. I've never set a corner post before. And he had a very awesome way of doing it. So Alderman Farms is the answer. Christy, you have won the prize. The prize is the respect and admiration of everyone in the room. We're very grateful. We'll give you a round of applause. Excellent job, guys. Well, let's move on. Welcome to our show. We're very glad you're with us. I am talking really loud for some reason, but I feel like the microphone can't hear me.
Oh,
that's why I project. Last week I couldn't be here.
I'm deaf on this side, cause
yeah. Well, last week I could not be here, and my wonderful daughter was here backing me up. Sometimes on Saturday nights I have to work, and if I get a call, I gotta go. But tonight I'm off, and I get to hang out with you guys. And I couldn't be happier. I'm happy as a pig in slop, as they say, because we get to hang. That is pretty happy. So we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about.
I live in an.
I am so excited about the things that we have to talk about.
Okay, maybe.
Are you gonna sneeze?
I thought so, but no, I don't want to. I'm such an ugly sneezer, and I don't want to sneeze in front of everyone.
Well, just lean over that way when you have to sneeze, just like that.
Okay, quit pushing.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you, Bonnie.
Stop being so pushy. All right. I also have this right here too.
Okay. So what's next?
Gina,
get out of it.
So what our dog behind the scenes
attention.
is systematically going through the kitchen and licking every cabinet that we have. I apparently don't know what that means, but think pepper, pepper. Awesome. She's licking my knee now. What the heck? All right. Gina, come. Out.
She needs some love.
She does. Come here.
Come here. Come on.
Up.
Here.
Come here. Up. This is Gina.
This is Gina.
You can't see her. There she is.
And
she needs our attention.
She yearns for the nectar of my skin.
If she's not 100% around Heather all the time,
she's not happy.
There's issues.
Right. You need to breed, girl.
Yeah. She's a good dog.
She's a good dog.
Now
okay, you can go now.
Now go away.
You can.
Or not.
Or not.
All right. So there you go.
Show to do. You guys stop. Okay, we're done.
All right.
Thank you.
We are going to talk. I'm so excited about the show tonight. Did I tell you how excited I am about the show? Heather, I bake everywhere for my... let me read a few comments here.
Right.
Heather, I bake every week for my husband's co-workers thanks to your Cookie Friday videos.
Oh, you're welcome. We've kind of hit it like just a slowdown in that.
Well, you know, you make a chocolate chip cookie. How many more can you make?
Because there are just certain cookies that you really like. And I need to do some research and, you know, find some. I've got back here, I've got some old recipe books that my grandmother gave me. And I'm thinking maybe I need to try some cookies out of those. That might be fun.
We've got a treat for Gina later, though.
We do?
Yeah, sorry.
Gina.
You're driving us nuts. Stop.
Stop it.
She's licking her bowl clean.
Well, and she's not, I mean, she's always been fed like, what, twice a day?
Yeah,
and she's already been that. So now she's just like making sure we know that her bowl is empty.
Yes.
So,
the next...
Oh, Watergate cake. Did you make that? It looks weird. It does. I know, like green cake with green frosting, but it is so good.
So good.
So good.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
The show...
She's the show's mascot.
I see that, yeah. The show today has a couple of different segments, a bunch of different segments, actually. And we're going to start off with the fact that it's wintertime. There's about 6 inches of snow on the ground right now, but we're planting our garden already.
I am planning because I have a sickness. I have a sickness, which is it's time for the seed catalogs to come in, and I am so excited.
You've ordered 20.
Ish. 20-ish.
Do you think that's enough?
No.
Yeah.
I know. It's probably a waste of paper, but there is something about... and I know I can go online and see them, and I said this last week, but when I was a kid, my grandpa used to get his seed catalogs in, and he used to let me sit on the floor after he had looked at them and stuff like that, and he'd give me a box of, my grandmother had this, it looked like a mini tackle box that had all of the crowns in it, and he would let me circle all the things that I thought were really cool. And so having those seed catalogs is just something that is like, it's awesome. It's just, and then Katie and I do the same thing. We'll lay on the floor and we'll circle our so yeah, we're starting to plan our garden. Now here's the thing, like I'm probably not going to buy a whole lot of seeds because I already have quite a few from the seed that I've been a part of 2 like traveling seed gardens, and I had some seeds from before. And, you know, so I'm probably not going to buy a whole lot of seeds, but there are like certain things that I want to try. Like, we're probably going to do I'm going to try to do some squash this year, and I really don't, the only squash seeds that I have are actually pumpkin seeds, and so we'll see. We'll see what it does. So,
yeah.
But.
Well, here's one thing that we wanted to have a conversation with about, for all of you homesteaders that are thinking about your gardens, what makes great soil? As you're going into the spring months and you're thinking about what soil your soil needs to be, obviously there's a chemistry side to this. Yeah. There's an organic...
that we're not necessarily that good at because we're relatively new to it. And we
don't spend a lot of time with it either. We don't test our soil, maybe.
And, well, we've only been here about a year. And I do have a pH tester. I do use that.
Yes, we do have that. That does help.
But I'm excited because, and I've had a lot of you guys mention him to me.
Hoffman Family Homestead is here.
I've been subscribed to him almost since from the very beginning, but... Prepsteader Bob is coming out with his super soil video, and I have never been so excited. I know that's crazy. I'm excited about dirt, but like our soil around here is not very good. We're in the city limits, and it's just, it is what it is, and we're just kind of working with what we have and the best that we can do. But if I can make it better, that'll be awesome. So we've got our compost piles going, and we've been putting like our fireplace ash in our compost pile and in our gardens and stuff like that. And
we have the leaves covering.
We have the leaves covering all of our beds. Because leaf mold is supposed to be good for it too, and stuff like that. So
it just mulches
little
into
things
the soil.
that we picked up. And Old Alabama Gardener is another one that is a really great resource for everything gardening. So, but yeah, I'm really excited about I'm really excited about that.
That's awesome. Tim says that there are winters not slowing me down one bit. Still doing my thing. It's awesome. Yeah, the tough thing about soil is you can do some things on the internet and on YouTube that you see can really mess up good soil. And I've really changed kind of my approach. I think when Heather and I first did our first garden, we had a misunderstanding of what we needed to do.
Yeah. I have a
but
question.
It was a beautiful garden.
Somebody's asking me a question. I'll be right back.
She'll be right back.
I want to show them. I'll be right back. Right back.
And so our first garden, it was beautiful. We had a ton of stuff. But the second year we did a big garden, we really took some advice that didn't work out for us. Or we didn't do something right because we put cardboard down on the garden and alternated the rows that we plowed in, and it just did not turn out very well for us. It did not produce. Now the garden here at this house this past summer was the bomb. We had tomatoes coming out of our ears.
Our issue is just the pests. Like keeping the squirrels and rabbits and stuff like that out of it. So, all right, so
show them the folder. You got to show them the whole folder.
I need a bigger one. I actually
just lift it up in the camera so they can see.
All right, okay. So this is what I keep my seeds in. It says Smiles on it, but that used to be his old portfolio folder. It's too small. I actually need a bigger one than this.
Yeah.
I need one like the kids' school portfolios are, like the plastic boxes. But most of my seeds are heirloom seeds. Some of them have come from Baker Creek. Some of them I have actually, and these are probably not heirloom, but some of them I actually got from the dollar store when they went on sale at the end of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could get like 4 packs for $1 or something like that. But I've gotten some from like Tractor Supply, Rural King.
Rural.
And then a lot of mine actually, a lot of them came from the seed exchange that we had. So that we were part of it. We didn't do, but we were a part of, because you could, whatever you put in, you would take out, you would put that many in. So I get to try a whole lot of really great things. One of my favorite ones.
Crystal's reaction was, wow, Heather.
Yes. If you need seeds, Crystal, you know where to come. So, some of my favorite ones that I got, where are they? Let me see. They're in here somewhere.
I saw PSB Super Soil episode 1 last night. Haven't found number 2 yet.
So this one here came from Scratch Made Homestead. And this one is the Sun Sugar, like cherry tomatoes. And I got these from them in the last seed exchange. I love these. They were little tiny, like yellowy orange cherry tomatoes, and they were so good. Those were so good. But like you get to find like new things and different things, especially so if you get to be like, I couldn't be a part of Two Families Homestead seed exchange because the last one that we did, the package actually got held up at our house for like 2 weeks because I just did not have the time to, go out and remail it and stuff like that. It was just, we had so much going on. But if you can be a part of one, or if you want to start one, that's a really great idea to get your seeds and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I've got so much in here, and like I'm looking at, let's see, these are pole beans that my mom gave me, I think, that came from maybe my grandma's house. And then I also have the rattlesnake beans that came from
rattlesnakes.
Yeah, Daybird Aviary. I got that in the last seed, but those are all like pole beans where they have to climb up something. So we've got like new ways that we're going to try to garden. And I imagine every year what our garden is going to look like. And then you have these grandiose plans, and sometimes your cash flow doesn't match that. So, but we
are you ready to show them the plan?
Yes. Hello. Shoot. I think it was Peggy from Indiana.
Yes.
Here's my fear. This thing here is going to give, and it's going to fly off and snap me in the eye. So, hi, Donna Terry.
I was fixing something. I got confused.
Okay, let me get back on here so I can see things.
No problem. They're doing good.
Heather, do you have purple carrots? I do not. When we first tried gardening, I did plant purple carrots because Katie wanted purple carrots.
It kind of worked.
We planted them in pallets. You can like put dirt in pallets. Well, those aren't really for carrots because carrots only grow as deep as the dirt is. And we got carrots that were like that big. So I have a box out there that's like 10 inches deep. So I'm thinking about planting my carrots in there. So
Richard, this is great information. So we recently found out that the squirrels were coming to our tomato plants and decimating them because they were thirsty. Richard makes a great point. Put a water bowl by your tomato plants. This should help with the squirrels. They're thirsty. Why didn't we think of this?
That's really smart.
This is really smart.
Thank you. That's why we have this community because we don't know everything.
That is really smart.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Rosalie, I only have orange carrots right now. So let's see. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to show them my plants. I'm going to show them your plant.
Yes, but Crystal has found a new love for carrots. It's replacing her Snickers craving. Or is that Pat? That might be Pat.
I thought that was Crystal.
Well, it says Pat at the end, so I'm confused.
Oh, that's Pat. Okay, never mind.
But Pat has one on here too. So
okay.
Anyway,
all right.
Here's the thing. That's genius. I instead of eating peanut M&Ms, I'm chewing on carrots. All right.
Okay, so I found this really great website. And it is through Gardener Supply Company, I believe, but it's just called gardener.com. And what you can do is you can go in and you can either create your own garden bed or you can pick one that they already have created. Because my thing is that I'm still learning like the whole companion planting thing so that, you know, you plant certain plants together because they are beneficial to each other. And like if you plant, you can do... and I've seen Leah and Michelle do this, the resistance chicks, where they've done that. They call it the Three Sisters, where they plant the corn and then they plant the beans around the corn. So you have about like 4 corn stalks and then the beans around it and then the squash on the outside of it. And the squash kind of shades everything, like the ground, and keeps it so that the moisture doesn't evaporate out. And when the leaves die, they compost down. And then the pole beans will grow up your corn stalks. So, you know, that kind of thing. So
Wheezy breezy.
So anyway, we are, and I go through this, like I said, every year where I make a plan and then we totally don't stick to it.
Well,
but
it's the beginning. She does stick to it. I got to defend you a little bit. She does stick to it. She allows it to be fluid enough to fit our circumstances. And so when she has to change something, she does. But she never walks out there without a plan.
Yeah.
She never walks out there and just throws seeds on the ground and hopes for the best like some magic bean. She gets out there and she tries to put a plan together. And it really does, I think, love of my life, make a wonderful difference.
Okay.
It really does. We wouldn't have had as many awesome plants last year if you hadn't. One of the creative things that you did last year was you put them in a straw bale.
Yeah.
This was genius to me.
So,
and you got to do it cut side up.
Yeah.
You got to dig a hole with some, get the straw out, put soil in. People
ask me, what kind of straw bales did you use? Mine were old. Mine were actually 2 years old. Now, I've seen people use brand new ones, but we didn't have them, and we just used the ones that we had. And I will tell you, my tomato plants did awesome in it. My cucumber plants did pretty good. Peppers, they didn't do anything. They did not do well in those. So I'm not planting my peppers in those this year. If we do those, I'm not sure we're doing them, but if we do. But anyway, okay. I keep talking about my plants and not showing anybody anything.
Show them.
So here is my nerd side of me. So if you look here, so this is our sidewalk up to our porch.
Here, let me hold it so they can see your face.
So up to our porch, and then this is the sidewalk that goes to the side of our house. So right here, there's a window here, but this is our herb garden. So I can't see it.
Oh, sorry.
No, they can't read it either. You pulled it back too far. So we have thyme here, cilantro, thyme, rosemary, sage. Now I've already got my sage plants They're already in there.
And each square represents a plant, right?
It represents a square foot.
Yep.
So I've already got like it right here. I've already got thyme here. So the one thing about right here where the cilantro is that I may have basil pop up because I had some of the seeds fall from the last plants I had, and they were right there. So that's okay. And then I've got, so here's my sage. I've got rosemary because rosemary, I'm putting it by the bricks because it needs a little more warmth. And so when the sun hits those bricks, it'll get warmer. So, and then I've got chives. And then we have it's called a burning bush. It's one of those bushes that turn bright red in the fall. And then back here we have calendula, and then 2 basil plants. So that's how I'm doing it. So like the taller stuff is in the back and it kind of works its way down so it doesn't look like all hodgepodgey. And then on the other side, I've got my big parsley plant is here. You can move over here.
Sorry.
My big parsley plant's here. I'm still getting parsley off of that. I got parsley off of it yesterday. And I mean,
it's almost winter.
The snow has probably killed it now, but I mean, it's January and I'm still getting parsley off of it. So, and then I've got, I can't see it very well. All right, so put it back here. I got marigolds here and here because those are small spaces. And then I've got all of my dill back here because I want to do pickles this year. So,
and that's dill out of our garden.
Dill out of our garden. So
that's awesome. So that's the front yard.
That's the front yard.
If you want an idea of what that looks like, that's the front
yard.
Yeah,
I pulled out my ruler and my pencil and my
show them the backyard.
Okay, so this is the backyard right here. So if you want to hold that, oh wait, turn it this way. This is kind of how it
Tell me how you want me to hold it.
Hold it that way. All right, so this is the house here. So, and then we got a little porch that comes off here, and then this goes down to the street, which is right here. And so this is where our garden is that we put in last year, where we pulled the patio out, we put a garden there. And so here we're gonna put, and this is where I got the idea from. It's from the gardener.com website. There's a garden that they have, it's called a high yield garden. And so it's already got your companion plants in it and stuff like that. So you can just pick that one and then do your square foot. Hey, Brad Talby.
Brad.
And you can put so many plants in a square foot.
How are you, man?
So that's our high yield garden. This one is our cook's garden, which will have some more herbs in it. And so I'm gonna have a lot of tomatoes, a lot of cucumbers, a lot of peppers, because those are probably some of the biggest things that we use. Let's see. Down here, we're gonna do garlic. This one here, it's upside down.
We are too, Brad. It's snowing like crazy. We've got 7 inches so far. I'm sure it's worse in Wisconsin.
Yeah, this is Brad's not in Wisconsin. Brad told me he's up in.
I know.
He's up toward Talking Hills.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is our cucumber garden. This is the kids' garden right here. This one. This one is our tomato sauce and salsa garden, which is going to be here. And then, let's see. Our sweet and hot pepper garden is here.
I'm sure there's an easier way. Hey, thanks, Peppermint Butler.
This is our potato garden because we're going to try to grow potatoes this year. And then this little one right here is Katie's tea garden. She wants to grow.
My arm's getting tired.
Okay, so she wants to grow tea here.
My arm hurts.
So this is our compost pile here. And then all along here, we're going to plant like more herbs. So we've got our bee balm and our mint, catnip, because those are all kind of in the same family. And then I'm going to try to plant some of Kevin's horseradish back here, and then we've got our pollinators, which is we have black-eyed Susans and lilies, and then over here, and I don't have it, I'm gonna plant okra here, but all along here, we have comfrey that grows here, and comfrey is supposed to be really good for a multitude of things, but it's called bone knit plant. So like if you have like a really bad bruise or something, you can make a poultice out of it and put it on, and it'll help it heal easily. It also can be used in your garden. Like you can lay the leaves in it and it'll compost down and put nutrients back into your soil. So we've got a lot of that stuff. So
Peppermint Butler just gave us a super chat for $1.99, but has a question. Are there any tips on growing tomatoes?
Let's see.
Give us your basics first.
Tomatoes you need to make sure that they have plenty of sun. Like they need to be a full sun plant. You need to make sure that they have plenty of water too, because the fruit itself has a lot of liquid in it. You're gonna need plenty of water in it, and just make sure you feed them. Now, you can get organic like fertilizers that are made specifically for tomatoes. Those can be kind of pricey, and there are times, like, I mean, I'll admit, like, if I cannot afford that and my plants aren't doing well, I will use Miracle Grow on them. I try not to, but sometimes it doesn't matter. The other thing too is that we found that if you, this won't keep squirrels away, but if you dust your plants with diatomaceous earth, it'll keep a lot of the bugs off of it.
Interesting.
They don't like, because we did it last year.
Yeah, food grade.
Yeah, food grade diatomaceous earth.
Yeah, so, and you know, I would suggest this too.
I'm gonna go get my little slide thing too.
Yes,
I forgot. I'm not prepared. Sorry.
If you do use diatomaceous earth on any of your plants or any of your vegetables, do yourself a favor and just test it. Test it to see if you can eat diatomaceous earth, because I know some folks that put diatomaceous earth, food grade diatomaceous earth, on their plants, and their stomach can't handle it.
Yeah.
So don't dust all of your plants with diatomaceous earth and all of your vegetables with diatomaceous earth if it makes you sick.
Well, you wash it too. Wash them once. You don't just pick it and eat it. Wash it.
Well, and there's some folks that actually do use it in some of their food to kill bacteria, to kill certain. I mean, there are all kinds of parasites even on your hand.
Yeah.
And so I know some folks that use that, and I would suggest if you guys are gonna use it wisely. So
Peppermint Butler. I have this thing here, which is...
Get one for yourself. It's amazing.
Clyde's Garden Planner. I will get one of these. So what you have to do is, if you look over here, it has all of your fruits, your vegetables that you're going to plant. And if you pull it a little more this way, all those little circles will tell you what kind of sun they need. If it's a whole circle, that means it needs full sun. If it's a half circle, it needs like part day sun. And then if it's like a quarter circle, it's a plant that does well in shade. So this will tell you, and then like what kind of sun it needs. And then up here, if you look, I don't know if you can see it. I've got it written up here. But up here at the very top, focus, right here it has what our last frost date is. And so you look up in your area, you can put like, just Google what is the last frost date for your zip code, and it'll pop up and it'll tell you. So then you'll slide this little slide over here to whatever it is. So for ours, it's about between March 17th and March 19th. So we'll put it at the 19th. And so then it'll tell you up here when to start. If you see SI, that's start inside, it'll tell you when to start your plants inside, if you're going to start your plants. If not, then you can buy them. And then it'll tell you when to plant them. So like the FP is the first plant, and that's when you'll plant them outside, which this guy is really handy. Now, I will tell you that here in Ohio, it may tell us that our first plant day for, say, like things like tomatoes and stuff like that. Let's see, what does it say?
I got another question for you.
Tomatoes is about April 19th. I always wait till after Mother's Day.
I got another question for you about tomatoes.
Because my grandmother, she gave me her grandma look. I planted them last year at the day that they said, and we got a horrible frost and it killed most of my plants. And that was part of the other, it's all a learning experience, but she looked at me, she's like, I told you, don't plant them before Mother's Day, because by Mother's Day, you know, here in Ohio, it's not going to frost anymore. So you're looking at real early May, like the first week of May, I think, is when Mother's Day is.
That's right.
But so yeah, so
are you ready
get
for
one
your
of these.
question?
Yes.
Okay. So regarding tomatoes.
Okay.
How do you keep them from splitting on the plant seams? All mine did that last year.
I believe
you know what that means right there at the vine at the top, maybe?
Yeah, I think that is because now we had problems with them.
Tipping
not so much
over.
Yeah, tipping over, but when they're not getting enough constant water, that's what causes the splitting. Patera from Appalachia Homestead taught me that, and she has this thing that's kind of cool where you can find them on Amazon, where they're little spikes that have almost like a 2-liter bottle cap top to them, and you fill a 2-liter bottle with water and you stick it in the ground, and it self-waters these plants so they don't go through like a dry spell and then all of this rain. And it's supposed to help your tomatoes keep from splitting like that.
Is that it right there?
Nope, that's not it. They're these right here.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll put a link to them on our
automatic watering systems.
Thing here.
So, well, maybe that's not it. I don't know if that's it. No,
that's
not it.
An automatic watering system.
These are like I think she got hers from. Is that? Hold on. Anyway,
I'll find
it.
There
they are, right there. Those are it, right there.
Yep.
So, and you just stick them in the ground, and it'll automatically release the water that the plant needs. So that's what I was told, and the reason why your tomatoes will split sometimes is because you go through like a dry spell and then it rains, and it's like you know, it's kind of like when you're eating at Thanksgiving and you need to put your fat pants on because you're eating way more than you ever would at any other time. It's the same with the tomatoes. Like, tomatoes don't have fat pants though, they just split. So.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Okay, so I was thinking about planting some avocado seeds. Can you grow avocado in Canada?
I don't know, but go for it.
We tried sprouting one,
and
it failed miserably for us. Yeah. So
Chaos and Grace, how are you? By the way, let's pause for a minute. Let's do this. There have been so many new subscribers to our channel. Thank you for joining us. We are a family on a journey to kind of experience life as it happens and all that we can learn. And we just wanted to welcome everyone here that's a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. I know a lot of you have come from many different places that we're associated with.
She came from Freedom Homestead. That used to be,
awesome.
If I remember right, that's Tangi the Caver's wife. That's what she used to be. And now they're Freedom Homestead.
And now we're like stuck.
It's
stuck.
Okay,
I'm okay.
So,
it's okay, folks. My leg is unstuck.
Yeah, so
but we just
want
to say, thank you for subscribing to our channel. We're boring. We're not experts at
really anything.
Videography, and most of our videos, when you watch them, will kind of be like, ooh, that could have been maybe cut better. We don't care. We're just glad you're here. It's our YouTube channel, not anybody else's. So enjoy, and we do this thing where we hang out live and we read your comments and we talk about our junk.
Okay, so
cool.
Anyway, so that's
the garden plan.
I'm not sure I've ever explained tomatoes as needing fat pants, but you go.
The first happens. You know, what are you gonna do? What about? Did we also talk through the soil thing? We tried. I mean, we didn't do.
Yeah, I mean, I am on a mission to learn, and that's my the moment that you stop learning, you might as well just pack everything in, because then you've just become arrogant and you think you know everything.
That's right.
I don't know as much as I would like to. And that was one of the things that, growing up as a kid, my grandfather always did. Like I think my grandma told me he had like maybe a freshman, sophomore education. He went off to war after that, and then went to work for Ford when he came home. But he always had this thirst for knowledge and always wanted to learn new things. And like every year in the garden, he would always plant something weird, different, and new. And sometimes it did great, and sometimes it did terrible. Like kohlrabi did great. Peanuts don't grow well in Ohio. No. I remember my mom saying that our entire peanut harvest was one handful, and I think it was my younger brother was carrying it up to the house, and he tripped and fell, and all of the peanuts went all over the yard. But he tried.
Yeah.
And so,
and that's the important part.
Yeah, and to know, and like he always had tons of resources. I would walk into his house, and he would always have the Victory Garden on. Yeah. Always. Yeah. Like, he loved watching that. Things like that. He always, and he would just always had this thirst for learning more. And I want to be more like that, because you know, and there's so many more resources out there now. Like, not only do you have the books, not only, you know, you can still watch the Victory Garden and stuff, I think, I don't know. But there's so many people on YouTube now, and where you had to go to a class and learn how to do something, now you can sit at home, take notes, and then rewatch it at your own pace, which sometimes I have to do because I just don't get it the first time. I have to kind of rewatch things.
Wheezy Breezy says that she took that avocado seed and put toothpicks in it and then put it in water. We
did that too, and ours rotted.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything.
That's
it tried,
right.
But it didn't do anything.
I question whether you can do that in Ohio.
Well, we did it in Maryland. So
okay. Well,
it was,
even worse.
You know, I probably need to try it again sometimes because it would be fun to do that. Yeah. But anyway, so what's the next thing?
All right. So we're going to move on to the Goin Batty kitchen, where I have planned an experiment. I'm so excited about this. We're going to do something. I saw somebody. I love eggs. Yes. I know you know that about me. I love eggs. I love hard-boiled eggs. I don't think we devil them enough. I love eggs. Which
is funny because we have a third of our family that likes eggs, and then the others don't. So.
And this is a real egg, and it's not hard-boiled.
No.
It is not. So if I drop this, it's going to make an awful mess. Yes, this is a store-bought egg because we cannot have chickens and where we live. Although down the street, I know several people who do have chickens in the urban environment. We have chosen to go with the
because we live on a corner lot and people can see what we're doing.
See, well, and we want to be good citizens.
And we want to be good neighbors too. So
because chickens can be noisy.
They can, and we don't. We have lovely neighbors, and we don't.
Even though I have a solid list of chickens that are quiet. Just letting
Which
you
are
know.
not silkies because we've had several silkies and they are loud.
So this,
but we love them.
In Ohio, you can buy a dozen of these fellas for like 59 cents.
Yeah, that's what I got them last
And
time.
yes, they're probably come from the bad place where the chickens are all cooped up and everything. But when you're trying to feed your family, you do what you gotta do, and you come up with a 59-cent egg. Well, back in Maryland, I remember sometimes eggs would be almost up to $2.50
for just regular grocery store
for just
eggs.
a dozen of these barfy chicken eggs. You know, whatever. So I have fallen in love with the egg, and it is not a thing for everybody. You can't. There's some people that are allergic to duck eggs. They have to eat chicken eggs.
Yeah, there's some people that are just allergic to eggs.
Yeah, and so I thought what I would do, just out of celebration for the egg tonight, I would try to separate the yolk with a water bottle.
Okay.
And if you'll grab the camera, I'm going to crack the egg. I got to get one more container, so forgive me, I forgot.
Can you get another egg and I'll show them how I separate an egg?
Oh, yeah. You can show them the right way, and then I'll show them my way. And here, do you want to catch this? No, just kidding.
Okay. Don't throw eggs at me.
You have to be careful with eggs.
You're not allowed to egg your wife.
I would never egg my wife. It would be excellent if we got this right. So I'm behind you right now, believe it or not.
What are you looking for?
Container.
Okay.
Okay. I meant to get this out earlier and I forgot. I had a lot of stuff going on in my head.
A lot of stuff going on. Okay.
Very excited about the show. So.
Okay. So you're going to show them your way?
Yeah, but you got to kind of tilt the camera a little bit.
Okay, I will.
Because I don't want to get it all over the computer and junk. It doesn't have to be clean because ultimately, Gina's gonna it's gonna feed Gina anyway.
Right,
so
yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna crack it.
That didn't work. There you go.
All right, you see it?
Yeah.
We're gonna open it like that.
Yep.
Ooh, amazing.
That's actually really yellow for a really orange for a store-bought
egg. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah. Okay. So what I saw was there was a way to separate the yolk with a water bottle. Let's see if I can try it. All right.
Ooh, just poured water in it. Does it work? Oh!
Oh!
I think you gotta flip it up. There you go.
So that takes the yolk out, if you see.
Hold on, there.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then you can put it into here. Bloop. Bloop. Awesome.
Okay.
So I love that. I love that. I think that's so creative. I think it's a fun way of getting your kids involved in cooking. So if you want to show your kids a magic trick, I think this is a great way to do it.
Hand me the paper towel.
I'm going to hand you a paper towel because we got egg on ourselves.
Yes. So I'm going to show them how I separate eggs.
I want to talk about eggs. One more thing. I learned a new way to cook eggs. Here, let's get both of us in the shot.
Okay.
I learned a new way to cook eggs. Okay, and poaching eggs is one of my favorite way to eat eggs. But I hate getting out the poacher.
Well, I have
There's
an egg
a lot
poacher,
of
which
metal.
is not. It's not where you just drop the egg in the water. It actually has these little cups, and it'll steam up from the.
Very involved.
I like it.
No, I like it too. I do, but I don't always have the time to get everything out and to do 4 eggs all together in one. So I put a bowl with half a bit of water in it, that much water in it. I put the egg in the bowl with the water, and I microwaved it for 2 minutes, and it came out perfectly poached.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to show how I separate.
I got to eat breakfast with eggs that morning.
Okay, so ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So this is how...
Oh, wait, I'm not ready.
Okay, so this is how I separate an egg.
Oh, man, that's gross. I have something to show you. Oh, my. Wait, hold it. Hold it.
There you
Wait
go.
for it.
So I got
It's
all
in
the
her
way
hand.
off, and then there you go.
I think my way is less messy, though.
Yes, but my way doesn't involve finding a water bottle.
True. I mean, if
That's
you're in a
how I'm
hurry.
separating,
If
so-
you don't want to get your hands messy.
Well,
And
but
I have to
usually-
tell you that underneath the table is a dog just begging for a treat right now.
I'm going to wash my hands.
And I'm,
And
you
when
know.
you're baking, your hands are already messy anyway.
Yeah,
so-
but if you're not and you don't want to get mess all over your hands, right? There's other ways you can do it.
Well, Kevin's got an aversion to mess.
Here, can I give these to you, babe?
Sure, I'll throw this.
Put those in the
bucket.
compost thing.
Yep.
We have a compost container on our counter where we, no way touching the egg for me, says Alicia. All right, so we're going to take these eggs.
And then we'll give it to Gina.
And the dog under the table that's begging for, oh, we got egg right there. Be careful.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Excuse
right.
us. We just wanted to show that to you.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's just how I separate eggs. I find it just as easy to, and then it's funny because, which we always say that's like, she gets to eat the sneeze because there have been times where a dog has come in
right there,
really handy. When I had one time, I think it was Jack, and he was probably about 3 years old. Well, no, he would have been a little older. He would have been about 5. And he was helping me put away groceries, and he dropped about 3 of the eggs kind of fell out of the carton.
Yep.
And he was just beside himself. He was so upset. And that's because eggs are hard to clean up when you drop them on the floor. And when you have a dog, the dog will come and just lick it all up.
That's right.
And Jack was like, it's like eating a sneeze, Mom. And I'm like, that's kind of gross, but yes.
Yeah.
And then you just wipe up the rest of it, whatever she didn't get. So that makes it really...
Noah's Ark says, that is very messy. What happened to using a spoon?
For me, it just, usually I don't have like an egg separate. I've never done it with a spoon.
Rosalie says, I use the eggshell and cup it. My son uses a turkey baster.
Every time I use the eggshell, I always break the yolk. Like I always so I just started doing it with my hand. That's how I
break
do it.
the egg and separate it easily. This is not brain surgery. Wait, no, she didn't say that. I'm just kidding. I use the shell too. Yeah, I've seen him use the shell as well. There are just I think there's some fun ways to get kids involved in, okay, we get it. You got a treat.
You're good.
Good Lord. And I think that's one fun way to get...
Hey, Lone Star Living!
How are you, Lone Star? I think that's a fun way to get the kids involved and doing different, separating the egg different ways.
Yeah.
And so we saw that and thought, man, that's really smart.
You use eggs in just about everything.
So you're saying you didn't like my bottle trick?
It works and it's great, but like I'm not going to go hunting around for a water bottle if I have to separate an egg.
But we always have pop bottles laying around.
That's not true.
Always.
So, but anyway, but like for me, you totally missed the trash can.
I totally missed the trash can.
I have an issue with eating store-bought eggs, but when we raised our own eggs, I didn't have, like, I'll get really bad acid reflux from store-bought eggs, so I have to be careful, like, how many I eat of them. like 1 is usually my limit, where and that's like cooked in things and stuff like that. But when we raised our own chickens and we had our own eggs, I had no issue with them. And like
so good.
And like I made the comment about the yellow of the egg being a little more yellow than normal, because usually by this time of the year they're kind of like barely yellow. And we used to have our chickens, we let them free range, and I mean, and they would be almost like orange, like the color of that. Here, hand me that chick grit bag. Like they would be this color orange. I mean, it was awesome.
Yep.
So, and I don't have any issue with those eggs for some reason. So I don't know if it's what the chickens are fed or I don't, you know, whatever. But yeah.
That's right. So I mean, the egg in our kitchen is a necessity, and we use it all the time, and we have it all in different forms. We have it in.
She has licked her bowl all the way to the living room.
Yes,
She's now put her foot in it to keep it from moving.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. Okay, so that's eggs. I'm thinking that next week.
Yes, that's true, Noah's Ark. The yolks sit higher too. They're much more rounded instead of like really flat. Because like those there were kind of flat, and the older they are, the less.
But not as flat as I expected.
Yeah, I mean,
I expected a much flatter egg.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, there you go. Oh yeah, I love. Oh yeah. Mistake giving raw eggs to dog. You just taught him to suck eggs. Bad news on the farm. True, but she leaves him alone. Speaking of pop bottles, Kroger's has 6 packs of Pepsi for $1.59 a pack today. Ooh, nice. That's good to know. Thank you for that.
They also
Wheezy says Breezy says test.
Yeah. So we have to keep moving because we've got a lot of stuff to do. So
I grew up in Zionsville, Indiana. She retracted that.
Instagram.
I've done shows.
He lives in Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we do have to keep moving because we do have a lot going on, but that's okay because we get to spend more wonderful time with you. Yeah. And if you guys get tired or bored, just bail and come back or watch us later on the rewind. Yes. It won't hurt our feelings. We know we got a lot going on. So we are going to review and come back to you with a video on how to do a chicken startup. If I had chickens, there's some basic things that you need to have. But as the kids were getting things ready today, I realized I don't have some of the necessary parts to getting baby chicks. And so I don't think I'm going to talk about that tonight like I'd planned. There's just not all of the things that you need. And so I want to be a little bit more exhaustive on the things that I've learned about keeping chickens. It's starting baby chicks specifically, because that can be a very important time. And I think we're pretty good at it. I think we do a pretty good job raising chicks. And we had at one time 40 chicken in our flock. So
that's when we had like over 2.5 acres.
Well, we had more space.
Yeah.
And so
he had. I did have to tell him though, when we had 40 chickens, I'm like, I think we might have too many.
Yeah, I got a little overkill.
And they were all like laying chickens, except for we had like 2 roosters, and I'm like, we don't need any more chickens. You have an issue. I'm staging an intervention. You cannot have any more chickens. We can't eat all of the eggs. We were giving them to people, and so
it worked out good though. I mean, we learned a lot. And I'm going to put out a video about raising baby chicks and all the things that you need to get them started. Even though I can't have them, I can pretend. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. We wanted to talk to you a little bit about the M word.
The M word.
It is the most controversial word out there. It's the scariest word out there. It is the most powerful word out there. And no, it's not moo. It's money. We were talking earlier in the week, and we were talking about, we intentionally buy generic brands, but there are some generics that we don't buy. We specifically buy name brand, and that's rare. That's very rare.
And it's gotten to where now even those name brands have come down to like maybe one thing that I buy.
And because the generic is caught up.
Yeah.
And so for us, our money situation, we need to be smart with our money. We're sharing with you some of our ideas, some of our things that we've done, and the big debate is name brand versus generic, and we have found generic. Aldi's brand is the way to go, and Aldi's is an important place for us.
If you don't have an Aldi's, we feel sorry for you. But
well, it's not everybody likes Aldi's,
well,
but we do,
and
it fits our family,
you
right?
You have to know what to shop for there,
right.
And Aldi's doesn't have everything.
Right.
So, like, I can get soy sauce at Aldi's, but I can't get sesame oil. I have to get that someplace else.
And you can't find certain other things, like barley.
Yeah.
You can't find barley at Aldi's.
Sometimes they'll have, like seasonal things that come in that are really kind of cool, but for just like my dad, when he was alive, he worked for a place that was subcontracted by Procter & Gamble.
Rosalie, you're right. You're right. It's God. It's not me. It's the Lord Almighty. It's Yahweh. I was just trying to accentuate my point, and maybe I took it too far, but you're right. Okay.
But anyway, so the generic stuff a lot of times is the same thing that the company has made extra of, and they have sold it to like Kroger or Meijer or whatever your grocery store is that has their brand. It's the same thing. You know, if you're buying like Del Monte green beans, they're the same, you know. I knew somebody one time who was very big about buying name brand stuff, and I'm like, listen, like, and here's the other thing that I learned. So you're saving money, you're buying like your Suave shampoo, and there's the Suave like body wash and everything. There is no difference between the shampoo and the body wash. There's no difference between them.
Explain that a little bit though.
The chemical makeup of shampoo and body wash is exactly the same. So instead of buying the body wash, which is usually more expensive, just buy 2 bottles of the shampoo. It's the same stuff. So, those are some of the things that we, and like I say, my dad's company packaged like shampoos, conditioners, lotions, hard surface cleaners, things like that. And like the chemical makeup of shampoo and body wash are the same thing. So you could buy, and here's the thing, like VO5 shampoo, way cheaper than Suave. Suave is super cheap, but they're pretty much the same.
Some of it's watered down, like at the dollar store.
Oh yeah, dollar store stuff is always watered down, and there have been times that we've had to
double up,
buy that stuff just because of where, because you have to save money somewhere. And so like certain things that we've learned, like at the dollar store, don't buy the big bottles of shampoo. They'll make you head itch.
Crystal says thank you.
Okay.
I use my shampoo as a 2-in-1 because it's the same thing.
It is. It's the exact same thing. So the things that we do buy name brand, and there are 2 things. Like, we're not ones that make our own laundry detergent. I know people who do. That's just not my thing. But, and I'm not saying I won't try it someday. I might. But because
we know some great people that make soap, so why not just get it from them? Like Hoffman Family Homestead.
They make awesome soap. So, in case you didn't hear that, it's Hoffman Family Homestead. But so anyway, because of where he works now, he has to have shirts that are pretty white. So I wash his shirts in Tide. Now Katie can't use Tide. Katie she's allergic to Tide, and that can happen. My dad was too, and it was funny because he had to wear like a respirator whenever he went into the room with Tide, which is a little scary, granted. But you can become what's called enzyme synthesized, which means you'll have like cold-like symptoms, you'll get a rash, things like that. So she can't have Tide. He can, everyone else in the family can. So I buy Tide to clean his shirts in. And then I also use OxyClean with him. But here's the thing. I don't buy the name brand OxyClean because I can get OxyClean at the dollar store that works just the same. In fact, the OxyClean dollar store stuff, the dollar store OxyClean stuff, I actually filled my sink up with water and took the grates from your vent above your stove. I soaked them in that, and those suckers came clean.
Oh, yeah.
And those, you guys know, like, those can get super gross, especially on the inside. You can't scrub it out of there. The OxyClean, I had to do just a little scrubbing on the outside, and that was it. The other thing that I used to buy the name brand of, but I don't anymore because Kroger's is just as good, is Dawn dish soap.
Yep.
Because we do all of our dishes by hand in the house, and I just find that when Dawn dish soap doesn't, my kids don't go through it as quickly, and it cleans much better than anything else. But Kroger has stepped up their game, because it used to be, just because it was blue didn't mean it was as good. But Kroger has stepped up their game, because their version of Dawn is just as good as Dawn itself. Yeah. So, and it's probably $2 or $3 cheaper. So
Hoffman Family Homestead, we just put your link to your website up.
They have the Cherry Blast soap. Oh my gosh, that stuff smells so good. It's my favorite. So,
it is. It really is her favorite. So I would expect an order soon.
Yeah.
That's probably
so
gonna
anyway.
happen.
So things like that, like, you know, don't turn your nose up at things that aren't the name brand. I just went the last grocery trip that I did. I went to Aldi's. They had, what was it? They had something on sale, and I can't remember what it was. But it was some of their canned, I think it was beans. They had some canned beans on sale, and they were like 25 cents a can, so I bought a whole flat of them. Like, I can't go to Kroger and get their brand for 25 cents. So always be on the lookout for things like that. Like this week, Kroger's has their beef roast, like their top round, bottom round beef roast. Buy one, get one free. You know, look for stuff like that. That's the stuff that I've been looking for. You know, I've been getting, like, I've got turkeys that are extra, I've got chickens that are extra, I've got hams that are extra, because when the holidays come, they kind of put all that stuff on sale. So if you buy more of them,
see you, Brad. Drive safe.
Then that
Drive
way you
safe.
can do things like this, where you've canned. This is my turkey broth, and we actually used some of that the other night. I go through chicken, beef broth, and turkey broth can be interchangeable for the chicken broth.
Interesting. Rosalie says the only thing I won't buy generic is my coffee, Maxwell House only. Other coffees give me heartburn. Interesting. That's smart.
Coffee gives me heartburn too. I wonder if we should
try
Maxwell
that.
House.
We have drank Maxwell House.
Yes.
I wonder if that it was better then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just never noticed. I guess I just drink so much of it. Like, I drink it every day. But because of my new cup, I don't drink as much of it, because it stays. I hate cold coffee.
Man. Wow.
And so if I'm I've got this cup that'll keep it hot for like 6 hours. So that way I don't have to like chug it down. I can kind of nurse it all day long. Right. So, but so the other thing I would say is, like, when it comes to like your grocery shopping, yes, generics. Check your ads. You can find them online, and you can kind of compare them. Like, you know, this week I know Myers has got boneless, skinless chicken breasts for 69 cents. Their whole chickens are 99 cents. Now, Kroger's last 2 weeks ago when I did my shopping, I got whole chickens for 89 cents, but 99 cents is still pretty good. Myers has their apples on sale for 97 cents a pound. And they have onions that are 10 for 10. So you can get 10 bags of onions for $10. Now, you may not need 10 bags of onions, but the good thing about Myers is you can mix and match. So if they have 10 for 10 something else, you don't have to buy 10 bags of onions. You can buy like 3 bags of onions and, you know, 2 heads of broccoli, and then get like 2 avocados or whatever. So,
so we have to keep moving here, because we're definitely running on time here. I can't even see what time it is.
It is. Hold on.
Man, my glasses are failing me.
It's 8:13.
These things are such a pain in the butt. All right. Well, that's not too bad. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump to our homeschool section and offer just a simple, not a long thing. We want to just give you this tip. When it comes to science, history, and nobody likes math, so I barely will acknowledge its existence, because I'm an orthnostic and would prefer you not force your mathematical beliefs on me. I will.
You gotta have math, dude. You gotta.
I would say our homeschool tip of the week is make homeschool fun. They've been doing these science experiments, and one of them didn't work.
Like, we tried to make a magnet out of a battery and wire, and it just didn't work. And I think that the reason that it didn't work is that this experiment was actually back from, you know, it's an older experiment. I did it when I was a kid and stuff like that. Well, here's the thing, like you have to close the circuit, and I got what I thought were metal paper clips. Well, even metal paper clips are coated with a clear plastic now. So we were trying, and it was just a mess, and it was an epic fail. It didn't work, and it's okay. We watched a video on how it was supposed to work, and so the kids did learn from that, but they also learned that sometimes you have to keep trying, because we kept trying different ways, and and it finally, you know, we were finally like, okay, it's just not working. We're gonna watch the video. And
I'm gonna share with you a YouTube channel for you to use with your homeschooler, and it will get them interested in a lot of different things. He is called the King of Random, and I'll put a link here in a minute.
And somebody that's on our live streams used to be his neighbor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
King of Random got some great videos out, and I would just encourage you guys to look that up, because he'll take simple things like creating a rubber ball out of rubber bands,
or how to instantly freeze like water in a bottle.
In a bottle.
Yeah.
Water or pop, or
he
created a rocket stove.
Yeah, he made a candy launcher. You know,
exactly.
things like that. He's got some other stuff that's really complicated, but some of it is not.
But he explains it in a way that you can, it's easy to understand. Even I can understand it, folks, and let me tell you, that's a far walk. But I'm gonna leave you a link on our page, or on our chat here, and you're gonna be able to check out the King of Random. Give that to said homeschool student, and that will keep them busy for quite a while.
And it's even fun to watch, even if you don't homeschool.
It is.
So,
it's really interesting.
Actually, our kids started watching him when they were in public school. Max found him, and it was pretty cool. So
yeah, I think this is make it fun. If they get in the middle of something like math that is it's just draining them to
draining the life out of them.
Walk away from it for a few minutes. The answer's outside somewhere waiting for them. And help them discover it through creative means. So that's our homeschool tip of the week. We won't go too far into that, but Heather and I made the decision, and we're kind of risking a few things here.
Yes, Donna. The answer to that is yes. So.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
I'm getting it out. It's coming. Yeah. We are gonna do our meal plan live tonight, and we're gonna put together 14 meals. Actually 7.
Actually only 7.
But they'll equal 14 because we double up. Yeah. And we're gonna share how we do this as a couple, so that maybe you can take some of this, and you know, we're by no means experts, but maybe you can take some nuggets of wisdom that we have in our life, and you can apply it to your life and make it your own thing, because that's the whole point of our channel, is life as it goes and all that we learn. And so one of the things that Heather and I have learned as a couple is that we sit down every 2 weeks, sometimes every week, and talk about what are we going to have on our meal plan.
Yeah.
What are we going to eat?
Because sometimes every week we have to go, okay, is there something that's missing? Have the kids eaten all the cheese, or, you know, whatever? So. But
if it were left up to me to do the meal plan, we would sit around eating boxes of macaroni and cheese and microwave dinners.
She says meal plan. I plan to eat. The end.
Yeah. Rosalie cracks me up. I'm telling you right now, I cannot. Good night, Drew. Thanks for joining us. Watch us on the rewind, no worries. We do meal planning together because we want to be on the same page, and I have ideas that Heather might not think of. Heather has ideas that I might not think of, and even our kids get involved, where Katie and Max, Jack, and Miles will ask for specific things.
I'll ask them, is there a specific meal that you want this week?
So our goal tonight is to kind of turn the cameras back on ourselves and just kind of have that conversation in front of you guys.
Yeah.
And we're going to, basically, Heather starts it off by saying, what do you want to do for dinner?
Yeah. Sorry.
We got to fill 7. Here's basically what we have to do. We have to fill 7 dinner spots. Mm-hmm. We have to figure out what's for breakfast for the kids and what's going to be lunch. Now, our rule about lunch is you have to eat the leftovers first. If you don't eat the leftovers first and we see leftovers, we're going to have them for dinner. So if you don't want us, if you want a new dinner or a new meal on the board, then you've got to eat the leftovers. And of course, so we'll go over, give them a quick snapshot, a quick overview of what breakfasts look like.
Okay, so breakfast is, we always have eggs in the house. We always have oatmeal in the house. Rarely do I buy cereal because my kids, when I buy cereal, I buy those big bags. My kids can go through a bag of cereal in 2 days. So for us, that's not very economical. We have started making our own bagels, and there's a video that's going to be coming out soon where we kind of show you how to do it, but I actually think that the bagels, because we've perfected some techniques that were not in that video, we might just do a whole separate bagel video. So we've got that. We make bread so they can do eggs and toast, and like I said, we've got oatmeal, and you know, they kind of can choose what they want for breakfast. They're old enough now that they can decide what they want. They just have to eat it. You know, so that's what we usually do for breakfast. Well, sometimes I'll have freezer meals made up, and we'll do cinnamon rolls or baked French toast or something like that. We don't do that a lot just because you got to remember to pull it out. You got to remember to thaw it out. And, you know, so for breakfast, it makes more sense to do that on a weekend than say maybe on a weekday. But that's kind of how we roll with that. And so,
and you know, here's the thing that I've learned, and this goes back to money. Homemade is always cheaper.
Yes.
And so that we kind of live by that rule. So
So breakfast is covered just in those.
Breakfast is covered.
2 weeks. We don't deviate from that. They can choose what they want. You know, that we've always got fruit, either canned or fresh, in the house that they can use, or with some dry fruit sometimes too. And so we don't deviate from that.
That's
and then they do have snacks. They can either choose a fruit or a vegetable. If they can have 2 snacks a day, if they choose a fruit for the first snack, they have to choose a vegetable for the next one, because what they'll do is they'll eat up all the fruit and not eat any of the vegetables.
That's right. Absolutely.
But so that snacks are covered.
Right.
You know, so really what we're looking at, for lunches, we'll do, I'll have peanut butter. We've got our homemade jam.
Well, if there are no leftovers, there's ramen noodles. There's homemade bread with.
They can make sandwiches.
Ham and,
I'll have ham and stuff like
pickles,
that.
cheese, all that stuff.
So they don't. Like I said, they have to eat the leftovers up first before they can eat have anything else for lunch. So, and that way lunch is covered. So I'm not buying a whole lot of extra stuff for lunch. We don't, and again, we don't provide a lot of variety. You know, what's there is there. You eat what's there.
We're not short order
And I think
cooks.
that's where a lot of families can get into trouble is, you know, well, I got to make sure that I'm planning for 2 weeks and I have to have 14 different meals. No, you don't. Do 7 and then just repeat them the next week.
Yeah, and I think also teaching your kids not to be picky. We're not short order cooks.
Yeah.
If there's something on the plate that you don't like, you eat it quietly or you get an extra helping of it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that sounds strict, but that's our rule. And if we go to someone's house and we ever hear the word yuck come out of our kid's mouth, they will not only have to eat that helping, but eat another helping, and then have a whole conversation with us at home about their character and, you know, how do you act at the dinner table.
Well, and here is the rule that we kind of go by. Daddy works hard to bring the money into the house in order to feed this family, and we will get what we get because that's what we afford for a family our size. Mom works really hard preparing the meals, and now Katie, because Katie, there are certain days I have to take Max places and she'll get dinner started, and it is really frustrating when you have a child that sits there and go, I don't like that. And after you've put all of this work into it, and you know, and for me, it's a way I tell people that I love them. It's I'll cook for them. And it's it's just incredibly, I mean, I know I've kind of gone off on a tangent, but.
No, you're doing great.
So like I said, we do 7 meals. That's it. And then we repeat them. But you need to know your schedule too. So for us, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays are pretty busy nights. I have to be running. He's usually working on call. And so Mondays, Katie, I will do something easy like sauerkraut, Polish sausage, and potatoes, and we'll just put it in the crock pot. And then that way, because Mondays tend to be our busiest nights because the boys have Boy Scouts and you know, so that way we can just do that. And then Tuesday it's just usually me taking Max to his job.
You're gone during that primary prep time, and Katie does a lot of that.
And so
Katie's kind of switched into that gear a little bit. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and so and then Wednesday, 2 of our boys get fed at youth group, but one of them doesn't. So we have to make sure we have something there, and they have to leave
and
about
then when they
the time
come
of dinner.
home from youth group, they're all ravenous anyway.
So
so we usually have whatever we cooked there waiting for them. But we don't like getting in a rut, and we have gotten in ruts, and they have not been fun. I was just reading a comment here from Donna Terry saying that she needs a meal plan for just her and her husband because they get stuck in the same thing over and over and over again. That's exactly why we created the Goin Batty Kitchen. Go to the Goin Batty Kitchen playlist or any of the Goin Batty Kitchen videos and grab one of those great recipes that Heather put together and put together one of your own versions of those awesome recipes.
Well, now, and like Rosalie said something like, so if our kid had a food allergy, yes, we wouldn't be like, you need to eat that. Like she's saying, like
a small bit of it just to get over the allergy.
No, but I mean, like that's understandable. But I mean, there are, my kids have not done this because I think we just put the fear of God into them. But, you know, I've been around kids where they're like, ew, I don't like that. And they're at somebody else's house, and that person has invited you over, and, you know, they're opening their home to you, and that's just kind of rude.
Well, the emphasis on our meals is not necessarily always we're going to eat things that you like.
Yeah. And now it's kind of like, you can either or leave it alone. Those are your options, but you don't get anything else. You know, if you get hungry,
I'm going to start us off.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to start us off. We need to come up with 7 meals that we're going to repeat. We might do more than 7.
Okay.
But we're going to work on 7 meals that we can repeat. And I'm going to, someone in the house, I don't know who this was, someone in the house bought 100 pounds of potatoes. So I don't know who that was, and Lord knows why they did it. But I think we should have potato soup.
Yes.
Potato soup is on the menu.
Let me have the pen. I'll
you
write
have
it
the
down.
pen.
So.
Potato soup, and like, you don't even have to go loaded on it. I'd love it if you put bacon in it, but you don't have to. Just regular potato soup.
So here's the thing that we have found. That a lot of times, like, we love bacon, but sometimes we'll substitute sausage for it. Now, I know, like, Rosalie, she eats kosher, so that she... you can not use that, but we'll substitute sausage in it. Like in our twice baked potatoes, we don't use bacon, we use sausage, because I can make a pound of sausage stretch further than a pound of bacon. Yeah. You know, especially like when you're frying it and the kids are coming in and eating the little pieces of bacon. I'm like, what? Stop.
But I like bacon in my potato soup. You know, with some cheese, shredded cheese on top.
What we could do is do the potatoes, I start with potatoes and onions, and I'll put carrots in it and celery, and then you'll cook it up, and you'll put your broth in it, and then you'll put your cream in it, and then you'll put your cheese in it, and so all that kind of stuff.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna make the list of meals first, and then she'll, off camera somewhere, she'll go back through and go, okay, what do I need to make that, and create an ingredients list, that's where she builds her grocery list, which she puts on an app that she's gonna show you on the phone. So let's not go there yet, because we gotta get through this, babe.
Okay.
We gotta get through this.
All right, go ahead.
Potato soup is the first one. What was the one you were thinking of?
Well, it is kind of soup weather, but I also think like chicken tacos, because I've got a ton of chicken.
I love chicken tacos.
I got chicken for...
Street tacos.
Aldi's had chicken breasts on sale for $1.49, and then I also got them where they were like half off. So we're gonna do chicken tacos.
And look how little those are. Those are like tortilla shells. And they're great for street tacos. They're lighting in here won't.
They're only about like that.
They're SML. So,
yeah. So we'll do chicken tacos, and then I think that we should probably do like twice baked potatoes.
Yep. Twice baked potatoes, good.
Okay, and then what else should we do? I think beef and barley soup, because that one is usually...
It's soup time. I mean, there's 6 inches of snow out there. That sounds good to me. I usually
use that one, and that's the one that I'll use. That'll be my Monday night meal, because I can do... This is where like things like Thrive food comes in handy because
It's
I
quick,
can
it's
throw
easy.
all of it in the crock pot
Yep.
and just let it go.
Or just in a regular pot.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you're
I
not
just
so
do
good
the-
with crock pots.
Yeah, I do it because the crock pot is like a constant, like it's one of the few things. Okay, so I'll admit I'm horrible with the crock pot.
No, you're not horrible
getting
anymore.
better.
You're getting
Soups
much better.
I can do. Anything else, just
Yeah.
But so we'll do beef and barley. We like stew. I'll make it thicker.
Stoop.
Yeah, so we call it stoop.
Beef and barley stoop. Half stew, half soup. And sometimes you got to go simple, folks. Let me suggest this. It's not the cheapest thing out there, but it is good for you. What about just having salad night?
Yeah.
You know, we call this thing called the Goin Batty bowls.
Yeah.
And the Goin Batty bowls have chicken, lettuce, cheese, carrots, broccoli, olives.
We've done a video on it.
Whatever,
So we've
rice.
got a video that
all kinds of
you
stuff.
just look for Batty bowls and it's
Yeah.
it's there. But that is a first week meal.
That is a first week
we
meal,
cannot.
yes. You can't do 2 weeks of that.
You can't stretch it to the second week because a lot of times your vegetables are kind of.
Do you have a potato soup video?
Do I have?
I don't think she has a potato soup
I
video.
think I did it live one time, but I don't think
Yeah.
I actually have a video of it. I'll have
Will
to
you
go back
do
and
a
check.
video on the beef and barley stew, and do you have a potato soup
don't
video?
know if
Hi,
I-
Mom.
I don't know if I've done one on the beef and barley stew.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
done
know.
beef and I think I've done beef and barley soup, but I can show them how I kind of make it into the stew.
Do you still have
So-
TSBs?
Toilet seat size burritos.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wait,
Awesome.
actually,
Not
the
so
street
much.
tacos have taken the
They've
place
taken
of
that
that
over, yeah.
because you
the
know.
seasons of what we eat has
Yeah,
changed.
yeah.
I love a good street taco,
So
and
1,
so
2,
if you do
3,
beef
4, 5.
or
We
tacos,
have 5 meals here.
didn't you have some other suggestions?
I do. Let me look here. I've got. Let's see. I think I want chicken pot pie.
Rock on.
I've got the stuff for it. Okay, here's another thing that I've found, and this is coming up in some of the videos that, because during Christmas break we had some time to kind of do a lot of videos, and then we were able to set a date for them to release. So these have already been done like a couple weeks prior, and but shoot, where was I going with that? Choo choo. What was
The
it?
train has
chicken
left the
pot pie.
station.
Chicken pot pie. We were watching
Chicken
that.
pot pie.
And so I've got these chickens, and so I need to make more than one meal
Chicken pot
out of
pie.
a chicken. So what I'll do is I'll take the 2 chickens that I have left, and my mom's going to give me a chicken carcass. She got a rotisserie chicken, picked all the meat off the bone, and she's going to give me the carcass. So
That carcass will make us great
bone broth.
Bone
and
broth.
so we're just chicken broth. And
Yep.
then what I'll do is I'll can the broth, and it'll be awesome. So we'll
Yep.
do chicken pot pie. But we were watching, what was that channel we were watching today? And she made a venison pot pie, and I'm like, I miss pot pie. I don't
Yeah.
make it enough.
Living traditions.
Living traditions.
I think.
I don't make it enough. And
a
it
great
was
channel.
one of my, as a kid, it was one of my comfort foods. Like, I loved when my mom made chicken pot pie. She makes like the best chicken pot pie. So we'll do that chicken pot pie.
Yes, that sounds good to me. I like that.
And that's one that I can make up 2 of them and freeze one. And then that way I've already got them. I don't have, that can be a Wednesday night or a Monday night or one of our busy nights. I can just go ahead and pull it out the night before, put it in the freezer, and then during the day, let it thaw out on the counter, and then bake it in the oven. So you can cook once and then but feed twice.
Richard Barnes says breakfast casserole with Thrive Life ingredients is so good.
Yes,
You're right.
yeah.
I like that a lot. Matter of fact, we've
So
made that
chicken
casserole
pie.
go very far. Chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie.
Okay.
What's
so,
you
so
had a whole
1,
list.
2,
Can I
3,
see your
4,
list?
5, 6. We've got 6 so far.
We
so-
don't need to do taco night because we're doing chicken tacos.
Yeah, that was one of my.
So here's another thing. Sometimes I like simple, like a simple baked chicken
Yeah.
with potato fries or whatever you call oven fries. Just simple. Just bake a chicken breast with salt and pepper, and don't get fancy. Just keep it simple and put some green beans with it, or put some steamed broccoli. It's okay to eat simple.
Yeah.
I think the hard part about having a YouTube channel is that people think that every time we make a meal, it is this big elaborate experience, and it's really not. Those are our videos, yes, that's not how we live our life. We have other foods that we eat, and I love a good steamed broccoli. Man, that's really sounds good.
All right, so we're gonna do like a pasta with a Bolognese sauce. I
What's
did that.
Bolognese?
It's that sauce that I made the other night with the
okay.
penne.
Oh, okay.
So it's
right.
got, yeah. So I'll make that because that's pretty quick, pretty easy. And oh, I know what it was. I was talking about. I got a deal on cans of stuff at Aldi's. It was diced tomatoes, and they had them for 25 cents a can. So I bought a whole flat of them. He doesn't like chunks of tomatoes, so I do have to take the diced tomatoes and put them in my blender, so that they're not chunky. So we've got that, and let's see. I think I should probably do.
Can I read your list? I never get to read your list.
The chicken cordon bleu casserole that you love.
Oh, now wait a minute. I think I could. Yeah. Let's just have a moment of silence for that one. I love that.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and
Good deal.
that's one. And I've got a bunch of frozen vegetables. Because again, like that second week, I usually use the frozen vegetables, and Kroger sells something, and like last week they had them where it was like 10 for 10, where you could get bags of already chopped like carrots, celery, and onions.
Oh, we have a suggestion, an idea on the thing. Your mom said Southwest black bean soup.
Ooh,
what is that?
She makes a really good black bean soup.
That sounds really yummy.
I think it's probably like my white chicken chili, only with black beans.
Yeah, but hopefully it doesn't have as much chili powder in it. I can't handle all that chili powder. I'm kind of a wuss.
Such a baby.
A little bit, yeah. I'm not picky though. I will eat it. It's just anyway. I'll be quiet and eat what I need to eat. Bacon, yay! Yeah. See, we've got to be careful with the beans though. This family has an issue with beans. It's cheap and it's easy, but man, it smells funny after we're done.
Yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 meals.
All right, that's good.
So what I can do is, so with the batty bowls, we'll only do that once. So I'll put a 1 beside it. So now we have 9 meals. And if I do my grocery shopping correctly, that'll push me. I can have 18 meals instead of 14, and so that kind of pushes me into that second week.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I'll buy more groceries. Like the first time around,
yeah,
and then try to stock up a little bit.
Absolutely.
You know, the next time. So, yeah. So that's kind of what. So we'll just repeat that. So now what I do, I have. Shoot, where did it go? I have an app.
Oh, yeah, you guys show me.
I need to show. Awesome. I need to show you these. So here I have. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, shoot, you can't.
Just tell them what it is.
Okay, so I have an app called Pepper Plate. Pepper Plate is where I store all of my recipes. So recipes that my mom gives me, recipes that my grandma gives me, recipes that the ladies at church give you. You know, those written ones that they'll get like funky after a while because you've cooked with them and they've got stuff on it and then you can't read them. Recipes that you find online. You can store all of them there. And then that way you can just go through and you can put in your recipe, you can give it a label to go under like main dish or dessert or something like that. And you can click on like sorting them by whatever. So like I did it by main dish, and then I can see all of my main dishes. I can pick them, and then I use the Grocery IQ app. I like that one specifically because all of the other ones that I have, they will make a list for you and you can put a price with it, but it does not remember your history. This one does. So you can go back, look at your history, see the things that you buy the most, or you can even put favorites in. And but your history will show you what you paid for it the last time. So a lot of times I will go to the grocery store knowing almost to the penny how much I will spend. Now, the grocery store's prices fluctuate, you know, depending on, you know, the time of the year or whatever.
Love mashed potatoes, Baker Mom.
But you can know pretty much how much you're going to spend before you even walk into the grocery store.
Yep.
Which I like that. I like knowing, and then and then I kind of play this game with myself, was like, let's see if I can beat that, if I can get it lower than that. So I've had people, and maybe this is just me, maybe I'm just weird, but I've actually had people ask me to do a like grocery haul video, and I just kind of thought, I'm like, I don't mean, and again, maybe this is just me, I'm like, is it weird to look at what people bought at the grocery store?
Not at all.
So, okay, but because I know we've done one. I think we've done one of those. My thing is I just feel a little weird videoing in a grocery store. I just feel like I don't have their permission to do that. And what I might just do is show maybe the stores that I'm going to and what deals that they have, and then show the after, like what I bought, and then I'll, you know,
Yes.
write it all down and give you a price break of everything that I got.
All right, so I put 2 links down on the live chat. One is to pepperplate.com and the other is Grocery IQ. Pepperplate is where you can store all of your recipes and does a lot of other things. Read that website thoroughly. It should explain everything that you need to know. Then the Grocery IQ app is something that helps you keep track of your grocery lists.
You can do both of them either on your computer or on your phone. Now, I will tell you with Pepperplate, it's probably a lot easier. Like if you find a recipe online, sometimes you can just put the URL address in a certain place and it will automatically copy it. Where on your phone, you can't really do that.
Can I request one more thing on our list of things here?
Somebody's saying cabbage steaks. We saw Big Family Homes. That looks
and that
good.
just reminded me, we have not had sauteed cabbage in a while.
Okay, yeah, fried
I
cabbage.
would love that. Maybe with
we'll
some
put
fried
that,
cabbage with some sausage or something.
Okay, we'll put that with your baked chicken.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. I really like baked cabbage or fried cabbage, and I'm getting a taste for cabbage anyway. So I eat cabbage in a lot of contexts now. So.
Hi, trucking it up.
Trucking it up. How are you, man?
And I mean, I know I've seen a lot of people. I know Big Family Homestead does it, where they video how they do their meal plan. We just don't have the setup for that. But I'm kind of telling you like how we do it. And like I
it's
said,
not fancy.
Yeah,
it's simple. Here.
And then the next thing that we do.
Take a screenshot of that. That's our meal plan for the week, right there.
Don't. I might have misspelled something.
Oh, who cares?
Here. So I write fast, and then I'm like, do you ever have the problem where you're writing and your hand is going faster than your brain is?
Oh yeah.
So sometimes I look and I'm like, that's not right.
I'll actually, if you give that to me after the show, I'll put it down below.
Okay.
And they can
or
see what it is.
Or we can put it on our website.
We'll put it on our website.
Yeah.
We'll blog it.
I just made, and a video's coming out on chicken and dumplings. Now, I've done one video that was a Thrive Life chicken and dumplings, and I made it a little more like my mom's mom makes it, where she does the little like you drop the dumplings in like a spoonful at a time. Well, this time I made it more like my dad's mom, where she would roll them out and then cut them into little squares, almost like little pillows. And that video is coming out soon. Yeah. So like within like the next 2 weeks or so.
Donna Terry, if you have any horse poop you can spare, we would love to have it.
Yeah.
That would help our garden out immensely.
But the other thing that we do, and this has made it so much easier, it's taken so much stress off of me when it comes to the meal planning and cooking, is once we've got the meal plan down, we will assign it a day, and then we will put it in our Google Calendar.
Yes.
And I get it, Kevin gets it, Katie gets it.
Yep.
So that all three of us know what we're eating on what day. So we know that if there's something that we need to prep, like say we need to take the chicken out of the freezer, then we know the day before that to take the chicken out of the freezer. Because that was sometimes my biggest downfall, is like I would have a meal plan there and then I would forget to do something. But now I have 3 people there to help remind me, or they can do it too. So don't do your meal planning alone. Do it together and have more people with you while you do it.
Well,
so.
it saves you the trouble of having to tell your husband, this is what's for dinner, your kids, this is what's for dinner. We're a techie family to a degree, and we share a calendar, we share events. If our kids want to go to a youth group event, or if they want to go Boy Scout event, or if they want to go to some event, then they have to share that event with us on their Google Calendar so that we can all see it and we all know what time it is. We don't have to ask. All we have to do is look at our phone.
Yeah.
And it just saves a bunch of discussion about, well, what time is supposed to be there? What are we having for dinner? And
so like we have a reminder set at like I would
2
like
o'clock.
It's at 2 o'clock, but I actually would like it set at like 11, so that way I know
I will fix
earlier.
that.
because 2 was about when I start prepping stuff.
Yeah.
Because we eat between 5 and 6.
So how's the decimation of small?
Oh, it ended.
Oh, it's all over.
Okay.
The movie is over. We are not done yet, so give us just a few more minutes.
Huge cliffhanger.
So anyway, so that is how we do our meal planning.
That's
and
how
like
we do
I
our
said,
meal planning.
we'll blog about this. We'll put it on our website. And like I said, we've kind of revamped our website where we're trying to put more blog stuff. We still have our store, but like our store didn't really.
We don't have
do
our
a
store
whole
right now.
lot?
We
Oh,
don't.
we don't?
No, we
Okay.
took our store down for
So
a while.
and so we're gonna be putting like recipes up there. You know, Kevin has Thoughts with Kevin, and you know every once in a while I'll blog something too. But you know we'll put it up there, and then that way you guys can see like what we're talking about when we do our meal plan.
It's funny. I just put it on there, but that's I don't think gonna work. So let me put a different link up there for you guys.
So and I think are we about done?
We're growing our. Oh, bummer. I just goofed that up. Well, I'm just batting 100, folks.
So thirsty.
I know, right? We're jacking with things. We're messing with our Goin Batty website because I just wasn't happy with the way that the other one looked. And they've got some new technology out that we're utilizing, and so I thought maybe it would behoove us to do It would behoove us to do a better website. So we still got to get some content out there. But here, let me put this up here. Check this out and let us know what you think, okay? Because I know...
Donna Terry even has Rubbermaid bins with lids in it that she would put horse poop in for us.
Nice.
So it doesn't like get all over, you know, the car and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Thank you, Donna. We'll have to get in contact with her and get some like when it gets warmer out so that we can put it in our garden and stuff. Yeah. Mix it in our compost pile.
Virginia's suggesting we take that horse poop and compost it for a year.
Yeah.
So that way it doesn't burn our plants, which is probably wise. Yeah. But we'd still take it.
Well, I don't know how long it's been sitting at Donna's house either. So.
That's right. It could already be a year old. You never know. But gosh, we sure do appreciate it. We appreciate you guys. I'm going to leave us with a prayer in just a minute, but I wanted to show you what kind of guess the meat. That's what this is. Guess the meat. Hey, Kate, can you come here a minute?
She's in the shower.
She's indisposed at this moment. This is not Katie's favorite.
Can I just tell her what she calls it?
It is a questionable meat stick.
Questionable meat sticks.
Yes, we just got these questionable meat sticks, but they're not questionable. We know exactly where they're from. Our relative of ours gave us some deer meat summer sausage and deer snack sticks. So we have been enjoying those thoroughly.
Those are actually really good.
They're really good, and the summer sausage is going to be even better. I can't wait to taste that. But we're going to get some really good cheese with it, and I have some...
Speaking of cheese, I watched a really fun video, and I'm kind of giving you... Oh, and I have another one I wanted to thank people for. So the really fun video I watched was from Greenacre Homestead, and he smoked cheese, and I thought, that looks like fun. I want to try that. So you need to go check out his channel.
Smoked.
He smoked.
He smoked it. He didn't smoke.
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make that.
And then the other one that all of you have been suggesting to me, and I'm so thankful that you did, is the Needy Homesteader.
Yep.
With all of her canning videos, I watched her make vanilla blueberry pie filling today, and I was like drooling. I'm like, that looks so good. So yes. So thank you for suggesting her. And like I said, check out Greenacre Homestead. It was really cool. I was just watching that, and I'm just finding new people all the time that everybody else is suggesting to me, and so yeah. So check those. Well, most of you probably know who the Needy Homesteader is, but Greenacre Homestead. Check them out. They're pretty cool.
We've got a lot of things that we read and a lot of things that we keep around our house that we refer to on a regular basis. So we're going to show you our resources for the week. I'm going back to an oldie but a goodie. You are too.
Mine is much older.
Much older, but in much good or better.
It's more good or better.
But this is Heather and I's country living. It's got all kinds of tips and tricks for beekeeping, canning and preserving, cheese making, disaster preparedness, fermenting, growing vegetables, keeping chickens, raising livestock, and soap making. The Illustrated Encyclopedia of Country Living is at your fingertips, so check that out.
So this one was my grandfather's, and my grandmother gave it to me. This one is The Backyard Builder. This book is from 1985, so it's old. And my son Max is getting into building things, and he has already, let's see, he's already, you see all of the post-it notes up here? Those are all the projects that he wants to do. So let's see one of the first ones that he wants to do. He's got a very simple bench. See there? He wants to try that. And it has the instructions, it has the materials that you need, and then it's got more instructions in the next coming pages. Like this one's super simple. And then there is, oh, he wants to make me a jelly cupboard, which is what, technically I think that's what this is called, a pie safe or a jelly cupboard. But so he wants to try that there. So he's got all of these things tagged and marked and everything. But this, I'm pretty sure you could probably find this on Amazon. You may be able to find it at your library. But this is an awesome book. It has step-by-step instructions. In fact, there are things in my grandmother's garage that my grandpa built from this book.
The Illustrated Encyclopedia of Country Living is on your screen. You can click that link to Amazon. And if you happen to purchase anything from that Amazon link, we get a small commission.
So see if you can find this
so
one.
Let me see if that other one's there.
The Backyard Builder.
I got to type better.
Yes, you need to type better.
No pressure. Everybody's waiting. The Backyard Builder.
Hey, Adeline. Sorry, I didn't see you come in.
Backyard Builder. All right.
See if they have it.
See if they have it.
That's it,
there
right
it
there.
is. I'll put the link up there too.
Same cover and everything. So, but this is really good. So it has like starter project in it. It has where you can build your own greenhouse that's connected to your house. I mean, it has just a range of stuff, and it's awesome. So
it's a cool book.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the link.
Yeah, it is special to have my grandpa's book. I actually have I have several of his gardening books that my grandmother gave me, which are so special to me. And it's so funny because Max actually wrote in this one that this book is his.
Yeah.
And I was gonna write it under and like, I don't think so. But yeah, so there you go. Those are
those two links. Check those links out. Don't forget, if you're interested in the whole Thrive Life thing, contact us, email us about that. Also, we are, man, my brain is lost.
It's getting late.
Nothing. It is getting late.
It?
We're gonna say
we need
goodnight.
to get off because we've got people going on behind us.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you to all of our new subscribers, to all of the regular subscribers that watch us all the time. Thank you guys, just all of our subscribers. Thank you for supporting our channel. Whenever you guys do those little things like you support us, we put that back into what we do. And so that makes it possible for us to get in front of you every week. Let me say a quick prayer and we will say good night. And thank you so much for joining us. We serve a mighty God, and He has some great things in store for us. So let's pray. God, we thank you so much for the blessings of the day. We thank you for the people that joined us and the people that are going to watch this on the rewind. Bless their lives, their families, and the communities that they live in. God, we pray that these homesteads we live in would be a place that honors you in our walk. In your son's precious name, amen.
Amen.
Guys, thanks for watching. Have a great week. And as always,
more updates as we
go. Bye, guys.
Bye.